What's up guys, back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video we're going to go over what characters are getting a buff from the new Planar Ornament sets. Now I'm going to really quickly go over the Planar Ornament sets just in case you did not catch it. They posted it just recently, so a lot of people might not know what they do. First one is Lushaka of the Sunken Seas. This one is two piece, right? Because they're Planar Ornament sets, they only have the two piece, there's no four piece. It increases the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 5%. If the wearer is not the first character in the team lineup, that increase the attack of the first character in the team lineup by 12%. What this means is when you're going to make your team, the very first character on the far left is going to get an attack buff, meaning if you put them in the second, third, or fourth slot, you are good to go. Very interesting because I believe this is the first buff we've had like anywhere besides maybe like simulated universe type buff where it matters where you put your character. Before, the closest thing we had to this was putting a counter character like Yunli or Clara in the middle so they would get hit more, or Blade, right? And then putting a squisher character on the far left or far right of the team, that way they would get hit less by blast attacks, right? Because if they hit the person in the left or the middle left, the person on the far right won't get hit, which if you're squishy would get hit and die really easily. That'd be a big W there. But otherwise, we haven't had anything to do with team lineup, so this is very interesting. Then the next one is the BananAmusement Park's Banana Access Plaza. That is a mouthful. Increases the wearer's crit damage by 16% when a target summoned by the wearer is on the field. Crit damage additionally increases by 32%. Now, crit damage by itself is solid. I wouldn't run it just for that, but when you have an summon on the field, that increases your crit damage by another 32%, meaning you get a total of 48% crit damage. That's a lot of crit damage just from the set. Most of the time, I think Durin gives 35 after you stack up for a while, but this one is just you have a summon, boom, 48, you're good to go, right? Now let's go over to here to show what characters are going to be using it. Now the first two characters that are going to use the banana one are going to be Jingyun and Topaz. Now, that's pretty much it. The only other character that has a summon is Lingxia, and she's not going to be winning crit damage, so it's pretty much just these guys. This pretty much confirms that we're going to get future characters with more summons, or possibly beginning a character with a summon very soon, because, I mean, unless they really love buffing Jingyun, which, I mean, they do. They just like to give him stuff that makes him stronger. I don't know why. They should just give him like a stat buff, or make his kit better if they want to do it. But it's looking like why would they buff only two characters with this set? Like, no one can really use it. I mean, to be fair, they've done sets like this in the past, but I mean, I'd like to think that a mechanic such as summoning characters could be revisited, so that is very interesting. Then we're gonna go over the energy regen attack up one. Now this one's basically going to be characters who want to get their ultimate, pretty much just supports, right? Otherwise, I don't really see this one getting used too much by any other character, mostly because they have something else. In fact, let me go ahead and put all of the rest of the characters that could technically use this set, but aren't really going to need to use this set. Let me just put them all here. I got them all at the bottom for you guys. Now, these characters can, in theory, use this set just fine because these are going to be your support, healer, sustainer characters, and they don't need to, like, they don't need to be in the first slot, right? So you can put them. I mean, no character needs to be in the first slot, right? But they won't need the attack buff themselves, or if they do, they'd rather give it to their DPS, right? It's not like they're going to be running another set, but they have something better. So for a good example, let me organize these a little bit better. We're going to throw Silverwolf in here. Silverwolf can use a lot, but these guys want effect hit rate. Then you're going to run into characters that are like from the break group, that they're going to want the when you're attacking fire characters, they get a speed buff. I believe that's the set I'm thinking of, right? They're going to want that, or break related stuff. Then you're going to have like the shielder characters who are going to want stuff that boost their shield, right? With Jeopard, MC. I know the MC can use other stuff too. Adventuring can also use other stuff. March, shield related stuff, whatnot. Then you're going to have the healers. The healers are going to be using, let me put them all in place. The healers are going to be using you know, the HP one, or in which case the attack one to get better heals off. And then you're gonna have Fuchuan also counts in that because she wants HP, so she can scale off of the heal better. And then you'll have Broken Keel characters who want crit damage for the team because they also scale off the crit damage. And then you'll have characters like March or Gwenifin who just want damage dealing ones, right? Like Solstado or Gwenifin can run. I'm blanking on the name, Glamith, right? I feel like you could use them on any of these characters, but it's better to go for these characters up here because you want to go for their ult. I'm not saying you don't want to go for someone like, you know, Gallagher ult, but it's more like Ruin Mei ult, Robin ult, Ho-Ho ult. Like, these ults are very, very strong. We're throwing Yukong in there. I know hers isn't like super crazy, but she still wants to ult. These are the characters that are going to get the most buff from the energy region. And then, of course, the attack up is pretty nice. Overall, this set isn't anything too crazy. I feel like if people are running the energy region, you're probably gonna run Von Whack instead, or you could probably just use other ones. Like for Robin, I would use the everybody attack up one. That way she gets the attack buff so she can use it. Ruin Mei will probably run something break related, or if you want her more generic, you could run like the attack up, or you could run Broken Keel. Same with Wolfo. It really just depends on what you need. I can see the set being pretty solid for Dot, right? You put your Dot unit in the front, maybe run like Quoho, but I feel like this set would be a lot better if it was for the whole team, because I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, I know the energy regeneration rate can help, and some people have like zero cycled and or gotten an extra cycle because that energy regeneration. But to kind of nerf the whole rest of the ornament just by giving one character attack feels kind of rough. I know people run it for less because Von Whack only action advance once, but I feel like if I really want that, then I'd run, you know, like the HP one that gives attack to everybody, or I'd run Broken Kill, something that gives more of a better boost to the whole team. But maybe that's just because I'm running, you know, dual DPS comps or teams that have multiple characters who can do decent damage, or I'm just running Break and I'm just running the whole Break set, right? But that's just me personally. Let me know in the comments if you think that the Sunken Sea set will be very helpful. I think it'll have some use, like absolutely 100%. But I don't think it's anything game breaking. Same with the Banana Plaza one. I'm just gonna call it that because it's a mouthful. It'll see some use, definitely on Jingyun and potentially Topaz. It's another one of those. Do you need crit rate or crit damage, and then you just use it. This will definitely. I'll have to see if Durin's better, because Durin also boosts follow-up attacks. If off the top of my head, I haven't looked at like Durin in a minute. I just know it gives crit rate. This one gives more crit damage, but I have to see. I would think Durin does more damage, potentially, because I think it's, what, 12%? Because 35, and this one is 48. Nope, that's 13. Yep, I love math late at night. So I don't know if that's a good enough crit amount to sway the damage up from follow-up attacks, but to be fair, this does boost crit damage in general, so like Jingyun's skill will do damage and ult will do damage. It's not just the follow-up attacks, but we'll have to see what that equals out. I'll probably try to get a set for Jingyun if I have the stamina for it. This isn't really a setup. I see myself grinding too much, so that showcase might be a bit late, but when I have it, I'll test it out and see which one is better. Overall, no rush to farm this one. If you need to farm the past ornaments, go ahead and do that. But anyway, that'll be it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Honkai style content, and of course, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.